Hello guys, Eric here. Today we'll talk about some of the basic mechanics of Resonance of Fate. The game has a very unique and complex combat system that might scare off new players. That's why I decided to make a comprehensive guide on the game mechanics. Once you understand the basics, the game becomes more accessible and a lot of fun too. So let's dive right into it. Let's start with the basics of basics, movement. You can move freely until you deplete your action bar, which is that blue bar right onto your character name. If you stand still, time is frozen for everyone, but every time you move or do an action, time starts to flow. So always keep in mind that enemies can take actions when you do. Enemy targeting. Below each enemy's HP bar, there is another bar that fills with orange and becomes red once the enemy is ready to attack its target. These bars can have different letters which represent which one of our characters the enemy is targeting. L for Rinbaru, Z for Zephyr, V for Vacheron. Let's talk about damage. There are two types of damage in Resonance of Fate: direct and scratch. Direct damage is the only way to lower an enemy's green HP. And pistols are the main weapons that let you deal direct damage. On the other hand, machine guns deal only scratch damage, which converts the enemy's green HP bar into a blue bar. You can then convert all the scratch damage into direct damage by hitting the enemy with a pistol or a grenade, since they also deal direct damage. So an easy tactic is to use first machine guns to scratch all enemies' HP and finish it right after with a pistol hit. But remember that scratch damage is temporary. If you don't convert it right away to direct damage, the enemy will slowly start to convert it back to green HP. Let's talk about shields. As you might have noticed, some enemies have some extra green bars around them. Those are the shields, that usually are physically shown on the enemy as armor plates, hats, weapons, etc. So breaking those will also break the corresponding part. The shields are there to protect the main body of the enemy. There will be times where you cannot hit the main body directly, but you will need to destroy some shields first. Depending on their position and size, you can also avoid them completely to focus on the main body for a fast kill. Now we can start talking about attacks. Normal attacks are performed by standing still and pressing the attack button. By doing so, you will start the charge animation. Pressing again the attack button will execute the attack. On the right side of the screen you can find the damage multiplier, which will increase the longer you charge your attack. So the longer you charge it, the higher the damage. But remember that you have to press the attack button again before you deplete your action bar completely, otherwise your attack will get cancelled. Also, Charge times are affected by the distance between you and the enemy. The closer you are, the faster you charge your attacks and vice versa. Hero attacks. Hero attacks are probably the main game mechanic that you wanna master as fast as you can. It is a special attack that lets you consume a bezel shard to perform a running attack toward the selected path. Once you select your path, pressing the hero attack again will launch your character into a running animation, and will start charging an attack toward the selected enemy. You can simply attack whenever you want during a hero attack as long as you have at least one completed charge bar, and you can do this as many times as you want until you deplete your action bar. Another option is to wait for a higher charge multiplier for higher damage. You can also jump in the air until the hero action destination to perform air attacks like if you were still running. Or you can wait for a better angle to avoid an enemy shield or to get even closer. As you can see, hero attacks give quite some options, and mixing them up is what makes the combat system unique. Resonance points. Resonance points are displayed on the right side of the screen right above the characters list. You can gain them by walking between two allies during a hero attack. When entering hero attack mode, you will notice that if your path is right between two characters, the line will become blue. This indicates that you can gain a resonance point this way. You lose resonance point if you don't gain a new point the next turn or even when you perform a normal attack or move. So the only way to get more points and keep them is to keep attacking with hero attacks. Try attack. Try attack is probably your strongest attack option in the game. It makes you immune to damage, recover scratch damage, and lets you perform a hero attack with all three characters at the same time. It also consumes only one bezel shard, but you need at least one resonance point to perform a try attack. After pressing the try attack button, you will see a triangular path made by the three locations of your characters. You can then select who starts first and in what direction they will run. You can then initiate the try attack by pressing the hero attack button. This will launch all three characters running in the selected orientation and order, and they will all simultaneously start charging attacks on the selected target. The more resonance points you have, the more times that they will run around in this triangular formation, giving you more time to perform more attacks in a row. Smackdown. You can execute Smackdown only on airborne enemies. After launching an enemy into the air, perform a jump, and shoot the enemy when you're at a higher height than him. By doing so, you will slam the enemy into the ground, dealing some spread damage across all his shields and forcing him to drop some items as well. A bonus shot is done by hitting an airborne enemy multiple times from the ground, and it's totally random. When you see a yellow meter on the floating enemy, this indicates that there is a chance to initiate a bonus shot. If the bonus shot triggers, a spinning animation starts, and if you land the cursor on the yellow meter, you will immediately start a supercharging attack that can go as long as you can, but you need to attack the enemy before it lands on the ground, otherwise your bonus shot will get cancelled. If you successfully land the bonus shot, the enemy will take all the damage, and also drop some silver and gold chip that you can sell to get some extra money. Hopefully this video was clear enough to make you understand this awesome combat system. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and if you're interested, I stream my entire playthrough of Resonance of Fate on Twitch. So if you have time, come say hello. Thanks for watching.